Hello everyone, how are we all doing? I hope you're all doing good. Thank you for joining me on my latest video. Today I'm at Aston and I am on the split. This is my favourite one at the complex of Aston. I've won a few matches on this, especially in the evening. It's the first time I've been here in a year, so I thought I'd get on one of the opens, try and qualify for the Super Sunday. You do have to win the match. There is a lot of very good anglers here, so it's easier said than done. But maybe I'll have a few weeks here, see if we can get that win and get in the final. So what I'm doing is I'm going to fish shallow, because it is really warm. And I'm fishing with a jigger. I've got two jiggers set up, one at about 3.5 feet and one at 1.5 feet. I'm going to have a 6mm banded pellet, and I'm going to feed 4mm pellets. So the last time I was here a year ago, the F1s were quite small, so I didn't really know what to expect. And throughout the match I do get some real good ones, maybe up to £4. I mean, this is an absolute cracking F1. You really don't mind them being that size. So jigging is absolutely the best way to catch F1s. I love slapping, but you're going to miss a lot of bite slapping because they are so fast at biting. So yeah, I've opted for jigging. We have got some room on here. I think there's only 9 on this match, which is unusual because usually Aston's very busy. So taking advantage of the space. I have also done a top kit and tool line and a margin, just in case the shallow line stops working. Especially with a lot of space, you'd expect a margin to do really well. So it's definitely worth having, obviously, as many options as possible. So the weather has not started off great, it's raining, but with a jigger it really doesn't matter because it's a line that just literally goes through the middle of a float. You don't need to wait for your float to go under. You're literally just moving the pellet up and down in the columns of water and the elastic just rips out. So in this weather it's actually really is the perfect thing to do. Now this elastic I'm using, it's a MAP 8 to 10 hybrid. I absolutely love it, especially for jigging. Really fantastic for F1s. You want a softish elastic so you're not bumping and potentially losing fish. And they just rip it out so easily when it's a soft elastic. It don't hammer your pole and you get them out quick enough. Even if you get a big carp, you can still get enough hammer on them. If you pull on the puller enough, you'll get them out pretty quick too. So I'm also on a 16 Kaizen hook that I've tied myself with a band that is on a 0.16 bottom, just in case I do hit anything beefy. I don't want to lose it. There's no point getting a big fish on and losing it. So yeah, I mean, the setup with regards to the shot patterning, you just have a bulk shot just above your hook link. You can have as little or as much weight as you like with a jigger. I like to have a lot of weight. I want that line to be as tight as possible, and I can lower it at the speed that I wish it to be. But some people have a really low amount on and just let it, slowly drop. I prefer it the other way, but either way it all works. So throughout this session, especially when fishing shallow, I am constantly feeding with the catapult. It's never out of my hand, and I will feed probably more than everybody else on the lake, pond, whatever you want to call it. To me, that is the best way to keep fish competing. The more and more you're putting in, the more and more they want to get to the bait first, and the more they're just going to literally rip out that elastic. So don't give them anything to think about. Just keep putting it in and just keep snatching at pellets. They're not going to look at it so much. You're just going to snatch it and they're just going to rip it out. Perfect way of feeding for jigging. Now to my right I've got Hooper. He fishes there extremely often. He knows every peg like the back of his hand, and I'm keeping an eye on him. He's fishing on the deck, whereas I'm fishing shallow. I would say I'm catching it a better rate, and the fish he's getting don't seem to be as big. So I do feel like I'm definitely doing the right thing. As far as everybody else on the lake, I don't really know anybody else. I know that Hooper is the main local, so he's the one I'm going to be keeping an eye on, see what changes he makes and when he does them, and see if I need to be changing anything. So that's a really good tip. Obviously, if you're fishing at a new place you've never been at before and there's lots of locals there, usually have a look at what they're doing and when they're doing it, because they will know a lot more about the place than you do. I've not been here for a year. Fish are fish, don't get me wrong, that's why I've just gone with my usual shallow approach, and then you can figure it out from there. But I will definitely be using Hooper as like a nudge if I do need to start going down the margin and things like that. But until then, I'm going to keep doing this, keep feeding it, and keep getting these big F1s out. If you're enjoying the video so far, please give it a like. It really does make a big difference to my video and my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. It's completely free and I don't want you to miss any of my future videos. Thank you. So that is another absolute unit of an F1. I've probably got £15 already in the few fish that I've had. So this is real good weight building. These are awesome fish to be catching. Really feel like I'm doing the right thing. So looking around, I feel like I'm still in the lead on everybody that I can see. I mean, there is somebody to the far right that is out of my view. I have no idea what they are doing, but ultimately you can only control what is going on in your peg and you know what fish you've got there. So there's no point worrying about what anybody else is doing, but obviously you can get a fair idea on what methods are working from that. So don't be afraid to have a good look around and even change things if you need to. But so far I feel like I've got it right. So this F1 is putting up a real good scrap. You know, pound for pound, they do definitely fight harder than carp. And it's trying its hardest to get under my nets, under the platform, in the lilies. It's not particularly massive, just got a real bad attitude. That's why we love them so much. Such entertaining fish. Amazing on like a quiver tip rod. They're the ones that pull your rod in. Super, super fish. So you've seen me there, I've just pulled the fish out of the swim and then I've started catapulting the area that I'm feeding. It's really important with any kind of shallow fishing that you keep feeding that line. So when you go back in again, there's fish there waiting for you. Nice try fish, but no cigar. We all knew what it was trying to do. The advantage of having a big net, you can stop it doing for what it's trying to do. Cheers. Have you got a coat with you or all? What? Have you brought a coat or anything? Yeah. I've got £25. I reckon he might be beating me, and he's definitely beating me at end at wall. The rest of them, I think I might be beating.
Where are they in that?
What?
Are they in that one?
That one.
Oh.
You're not seeing it there. But this is jigging. This is when you put lime fruit water. And hopefully they just rip elastic out, but it's not very prolific. It's not been as good as it should be. I'm struggling to get pulling away from it. See all these big ripples that are coming? That's fish that are shallow, and this is for shallow fishing. But I think it's going past them a lot of the time. They're not. There's not in. Oh, there we go. Look. See it, lucky. Look. Water's like glue. No, I mean, when it rains to your pole, it does like glue. It sections. It makes them all sticky. That's a F1.
I didn't know if it'd be right. I didn't even put the lilies in. Not cold though, is it?
No, that's why I've only been putting my waterproof jacket on instead of my jumper, because it's too hot. I've got one. See it lucky with that. It's not a fish race this today. Everyone's kind of catching steady. You just gotta hope they're a decent fish, and that's how you get in front. Just feels better. This is only like elastic. So every day is a learning day. So Emma has really got into fishing lately. She's decided to come down, watch me in a match for a couple of hours. So I'm just trying to explain a little bit of how this jigging works, the method behind it, and what to look out for and everything else. So if you do hear me talking to her through the video, that's just me trying to teach her how to match fish, basically. Oh, it's a carpet. Well, she must have also brought me a bit of luck, because on the jigger line, that is the first carp that I've had. So, well played, Emma. You'll have to come along more often. Mirror carp. We'll take that. It's a nice bonus. First carp I've had jigging today, that. You must have brought me a bit of luck. That ones you want, yeah. They'll really boost your weight up. But you give over, lad. Yeah. It's a lot easier if they just behave themselves. Well, you did. Getting £4 or £5 that bit, but it's ticking along. I've got £30. He's pissed it on wall so far, and they'll probably get right good margin fish because it's wall. And can't like to be round walls. See, you lucky then. Can't like to be round walls, so I decided he wants to shoot off into sunset. See, so I was just explaining how the angler on the wall was doing really well at this point, and that they would probably maybe even win the match, because fish do love to be near walls. I don't know any venue where there's a damn wall or any kind of wall and the fish aren't next to it. So he's, like, in my view, the one who I'm expecting to maybe do really well. But still, I'm continuing to do what I'm doing. Like I said, you can only control what is in your peg, and you've got to do the best thing you can to catch it. In my case, I've got a load of F1s, so I'm going to do this jigging. It usually takes about 6 to 8 hours. It could be quick. Oh, look at that straight away, look. And that's what I said, you know, when you get them going right, that's what it's like. You just do that. And that's because, you know, when I was playing that fish, and I fed it, they were waiting there because they knew there were bait coming in. Like, I've just caught that now, I just fed it. You know, when you get them going like this, you can get a weight really quickly. These are how you get like 200 and 300 pound weights. Well, this is what this method's good for. Maybe it's not being like this all day. So my biggest weights at Lodge Farm last year were definitely all on the jigger. For F1s, without doubt, it is the best method to catch them. So here, I'm really enjoying this match. I'm not going to lie, and I haven't jigged in quite a while. Obviously we've had winter, and when I've gone in the matches throughout the summer, not even really been jigging then. It's not really been warm enough up until now, so to finally get the jiggers out again and be fishing shallow again, feels like home, feels like where I should be. So summertime for fishing I absolutely love, because I love shallow fishing. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this at the moment. A year ago when I was here, the F1s were that small. I must admit, they didn't really do it for me. I don't really like to catch tiny fish, but this kind of size fish, this has really whet my appetite. I will definitely be making more trips to Aston when split is on, because I would happily fish for these every week. It's a good one, that one. It's a good F1. Next size you want. You're still trying to deck me in there. What? Still trying to beat me up in there. It's about £2-3 that, isn't it? It's a £60 travelling cost before you've even bought a pellet and paid for your ticket. It's not like I'm flush. I'm definitely not going to be flush next month. I'm going to be very unflush. I'll be doing sod all, I'll just be an Xbox professional. Look at that now. Now it's got to last 2 hours. So we've really got them cooking now. So you might have heard me saying I'll be very unflushed. That's because I'm not going to be in a job next month. 14 years at the same place and the building is shutting down, so that's the end of that. So this might be the last video I do for a while until I get a job. As much as I'd love to keep fishing, it is what it is. You take it on the chin, you ride the punches and you get on with it, don't you? Anyway, back to the fishing. I've really got them going now. It's getting to the last 2 hours of the match. It's time of day where they should be feeding, and they're getting quicker and quicker and quicker. So at some point I am going to switch to the 1.5 feet jigger, because they do get really high up in the surface when they compete, and that will optimize my catch rate and stop me from going past them on the deeper jigger. So this should speed up the fishing and hopefully get me some good fish. Thought it were a carp. Mirror carp. Your favourites. They love you, don't they, mirrors? You always catch them. get into them lilies or it's game over. He's trying to get us into, see what he's trying to do? And you've got to encourage him away from it whilst trying to net him. It's hard on knicker elastic, that's what we call this little gear. No. Got you able to get. Here's a nice one. Banger. £5 that. So as I said earlier in the video about this light elastic, if you pull on that puller you can still get them out pretty quick, and even though that cart was trying to get in the lilies and everything else, I've still managed to redirect it and keep complete control. So don't be afraid to go on a much smaller elastic than usual. You really don't want to be bumping off fish when you're jigging. So you see that white stone on that bank? That's my marker, so I know where to keep feeding to. Yeah. And that's where I'm putting my rig and everything else. So just explaining there about a marker I've got on the far bank, which is a big white stone. That is so I know where to keep putting my float when I'm jigging, and also when I'm not in that same area. So if I've played a fish away, I can catapult aiming at the white stone, so I'm continuously putting bait in the same area. So ballistic, it's always good to have a marker on a far bank. A lot of people use the angler across from them, or a platform, a tree, whatever, but make sure you have one. That will definitely benefit you a lot in match fishing. It's foul looked inside, and that's why he's hard to control. That's why we're hard to control, because it's foul looked. I've got him under fin. Got him in his fin, but how I see it is that's £2 or £3 off that fish you just caught. You know what I mean? No, but that's how I see it. You know what I mean? But there's some guys that I can't see. There's one right at the end of that side and one right at the end of this side. And usually your ends are where your best fishing is. But again, I can only control what's happening in my peg. I can't control what's happening in there. So I can only fish this as good as I can fish it. And that's, there we go. That's the art to match fishing. Do what, control your peg, because that's all you can do. Whoa. Might be foul, look this one. You know, like it's gone nuts. That's when they foul looked. I'll have got him in tail or something. Probably gonna lose this fish. So I'm gonna feed up my swim, let him just do whatever he's doing. If we lose it, we lose it. You gotta keep your swim right. So I'm giving Emma the exact same advice I give everybody on my channel in all my videos, because it is as simple as that. Just keep feeding, keep putting it in the right place, present as well as you can, and fingers crossed everything works out. He's in mouth, he's just nuts. It's a good one. So to me now, those two fish have ripped that fish off. Straight out mouth. He's not foul looks, he's just a nutter. They were bad cats. Need to be before me float, not after it. That was stupid. They know, don't they? They know to stay away. They're nice looking ducks, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they are, aren't
They're big and all. They're not your average duck.
they? Look, one that's like cousins at geese. Don't we? Look at that little one. That's really
That's a moor hen, that little one. Yeah, it's decent. What you want? Yeah, what you want. Cheers, bud. Get them on. Not necessarily get them out. Bloody hell. You pulled me in that. That proper one. Take me to the stars. So what I'm also trying to explain to Emma is that Hooper had started down his margins and started to get some big fish. But when I'm hitting F1s at 2, 3, 4 pounds, a carp, it's not worth me going down the margin because 1 or 2 fish, I'm writing off the 3 to 5 pound carp he's getting down the edge. So if we're getting a similar size, never leave feeding fish. If you were getting 10 pound carp, then I'd have to really consider coming off this line and going down the margins because he's going to quickly catch me up or even overtake me, which is not what you want. So I'm watching what he's doing. While ever I'm still getting 2 fish to his 1, I'm not going to come off this line. Whoa, someone upset him, didn't they? Someone must have told him his tea's ready. Keep away from these little lizard gits. Don't do it. It's an F1 this. It's not a carp, it's a big F1. Get in. It's a nice F1, isn't it? It's a banger. So that F1 was easily 3 to 4 pound. Cracking fish, and I'm definitely not coming off that line when the F1s are getting as large as that. There's no advantage to me going down the margin. So what's happening now is there's that many fish there, they are competing properly, and that's why they've come further and further up. That's what you want, that's the dream. But then you've got to adjust your rigs to suit, otherwise you just lose them. Like that's what's happening that going on now. And now it's important to keep feeding, to keep them competing, so this is... So before this fish I'd lost 4 on the trot, all foul hooked, so I know that they've come really close to the surface now. This will be my last fish on this rig, and then I'm going to go to the 1.5 foot shallow jigger, and that'll be it till the end now. Yay! Oh, it's the other kit in it, it's a shorter one, this one. I'm wondering what we're going on. These are proper F1 kits, these.
Yeah, they come through to me, them brown bits.
It's a small one, but it counts. So on that shallow line, you could see straight away that the F1 was much smaller than what I was catching on the deeper line. But if you're going to keep foul looking fish and losing them, there's no point in that, because that equals 0 weight. So regardless of what size fish these are, I'm going to need to get them out of the way, because these are what I keep foul looking.
Take off.
So I'll stay on this line and see how many we get out.
Old fish that have just gone Sydney. Might be a few fish here, mate. And that's what it's about, mate. Seeing why things are happening and what you need to adjust to get it right, and shallowing up when you're foul looking all the time.
So at this point I'm really catching prolifically now. They are like hook or duck. They're really competing with each other. I feel like I've definitely got more than anybody else who's round me at the moment. Like I said, there's a couple that I can't see, but so far I'm really happy with how it's fished.
It feels right weird holding the tip this short. They are smaller though, aren't they? They're definitely that, but there's definitely some bigger fish knocking about in that area, you can tell. With swirls that are leaving. I don't know if it's... I don't know if we better swap into the other one now. They don't seem to be... not getting any nips or all. He says.
So I've managed to moan one on. I was just saying that it gone a little bit quiet. Maybe they've gone deeper. You know, maybe I should swap. And then, literally as I've said, it's gone a little bit quiet. I've got one.
Definitely them smaller ones. Did I get him? Did I get him?
I like that ripple more, don't you?
Yeah. Soft one.
Now I'm sure you're all thinking that these are all different clips because one minute it's sunny, the next minute it's raining. It wasn't. The weather was literally like this. It's like being in the Bermuda Triangle at Aston. I don't know why, but it's just always like this.
Try not to dab at it. It's a better F1 though. That'll make a dent to that carp he's just had. That definitely will make a dent to it. That one's you want, innit? Alright, pal. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ask him how many times he's broke his pole. There we go. Fucking cooking on gas now.
So towards the end of the match, the shallow jigger line, the 1.5 foot one, really did have a good impact. The fish maybe not as large, but still ticking over.
But I might have £70. Might have £70.
Get more views.
Did he have a lot of carp in on end then?
Yeah, some big lot units.
Whew.
48.9.
Ooh, it'll be close between me and Hooper.
It will, pal. It will.
It will.
There's 30 odd there, Paul.
I hope so.
I'm giving it you. I'm giving it 22.
Well, it's more than 22.
Yeah.
$21.12.
Give over. Give over.
37.6.
I knew there were more than that.
85.50.
Not a bad day.
So there we have it. I've come second. So in the far right, where I couldn't see, they've had £135 and 4 ounces. So well done. I beat everybody else in, my eye view. That's all you can do. Like I said, you can only fish what is in front of you. I felt like I did it the right way, and that is a good weight from where I was. So I'm really happy with that. And this is today's result. So I've gone again, and I've just missed out by £5. I lost a 10-pounder, foul hooked at the net, gutted. That's how close it was. It is what it is. They only count if they're in the net. Hopefully, I'll try and get on it soon if the old job situation changes. I'd love to get in that final, and obviously keep a lookout. Hopefully we'll get some more videos at Aston soon. Until next time, tight lines and sithy.
Up the T-Nucks.